welcome to our celebration honor. Our unique location on the ancestral homelands of the Dena'ina, Ahtna, Alutiiq-Sugpiaq, and Ayak Dahayaga peoples. I am Dr. Jennifer Brock, the Associate Dean of Academics here at the College of Engineering, and I'm honored to serve as your MC this afternoon. First, we will hear from Chancellor Cheryl Siemers, followed by the College of Engineering Dean, Kenrick Mock. After that, your department chairs will read the names of the graduates in their departments. Graduates, when your department chair calls your name, we're going to ask you to please come to the front and stand on the SIPS panel stage, just to the right of the screen. We will recognize our graduates who are eligible to receive their NCEES honors cords by passing the FE or FS exam before graduation. Dr. Scott Hamill will announce the Capstone Design Competition Awards. Please refer to the program you were given for a complete list of all graduates. For those watching the live stream, a link to the program is at the top of the event page. Those of you who are participating will recite the oath of the Order of the Engineer and/or the Pledge of the Computing Professional. This will be followed by our student speakers and the special ceremony of the 2026 Alumni Hall of Fame inductees. Finally, after closing remarks, we will take our traditional class photo on the stairs. And now I'd like to welcome Chancellor Cheryl Siemers.
Thank you so much. What a joy and privilege to be here today with such a full room. Chairs filled here, people in the back, and if you haven't looked upstairs, we've got a full contingent of supporters up there watching as well. I think that's a testament to you graduates and also a recognition of the support you've had through your educational journey. If okay, I've prepared a few short remarks to share with you, our graduates. I want to start by saying good afternoon to our College of Engineering students, faculty, staff, families, friends, and distinguished guests. I am UAA's Chancellor Cheryl Siemers, and I am honored to celebrate this incredible milestone today. As I look around the room at our engineering class of 2026, I see a group of individuals who don't just look at the world as it is, but as it could be. That's a perspective we really need. That is the job of engineers, not only to observe the world we live in, but to imagine all the possibilities for creating spaces for people to live, work, learn, and play. And that's important to all Alaskans. While your imagination and creativity is forged in numbers, equations, CAD designs, you are the next generation of visionaries who will drive Alaska forward, and sometimes, quite literally, connecting us through our roads, our infrastructure. Engineering school has tested your resolve and resilience, I am sure. I just heard students talking about finals just now and finishing up. All the late nights, endless cups of coffee, reworking equations, rewriting code, or working in the lab. This has paid off. You are now prepared to walk across the stage this Sunday at commencement and step into the next phase of your journey. I like to say UAA's engineers are built differently. You're graduating from a program uniquely tied to the North and its rugged landscapes. You've been taught to solve Alaska's unique challenges, which, as we know, range from mild to very extreme. Whether you are in civil, mechanical, electrical, or computer systems engineering, or experts in geomatics and project management, you understand the Alaska Standard. You have now been handed the baton to carry the responsibilities of maintaining our infrastructure and innovating for the future in the place we all love, we hold dear, and call our home. As you leave UAA, keep in mind that you're not just building structures, you're building communities. You're not just calculating for future programs, but helping to design a future that is ethical, accessible, and inclusive for Alaskans from all walks of life. While your degree is a symbol of your hard work, commitment, and technical skill, your integrity is also your lasting legacy. Take a look around the room, graduates. It's full, as I mentioned. And while you have been building your education brick by brick, your parents, families, professors, and mentors have provided the structural support to help you achieve your own success today. I am proud of all your hard work, and I look forward to seeing you at commencement. You should be immensely proud of your accomplishments. Congratulations, College of Engineering Class of 2026. I know you will attempt to solve the unsolvable and keep Alaska moving forward. We congratulate you and we give you a round of applause. And now welcome Henrik Mock, Dean, to the stage.
Right. All right, so I'm honored to be joining you today. So I've got my script here, but I usually like to start by going off script a little bit. And normally I would tell a little story about working after graduation, or in my case, not working because I bombed my interview and didn't have any job, or about decisions you might make or relationships that impact your career. But today is special. We have with us some distinguished alumni and student speakers who are going to be talking about this topic from the perspective of their journey. And so instead, I'm going to keep my remarks fairly brief and would like to just say how, on behalf of the faculty, the staff, and the administration, how incredibly proud we are of all of you to be here today. And I really mean it. You might be surprised about how often the admin staff and the advisors will be gushing about students, saying things like, oh, Bob is taking the capstone class, or Carol's graduating next semester. And if you didn't know any better, you would think that they are your parents, the way they go on. And the faculty are not much different. They will have arguments about who has the better students. For faculty, it seems a little juvenile for faculty, but they will, I guess, some have come up with actual quantitative metrics, which I will not get into. And so there's a lot of pride because we recognize how much work and how hard it is to earn a degree from the College of Engineering. We're only around 10 to 15% of degree holders. And we know that you have to put up with work, family obligations, whatever life events happen, maybe running a student symposium or conducting undergraduate research or running a student club. So whatever it may be, we recognize your perseverance to get where you are now. And your UAA degree really matters. I have seen firsthand and from employers as recently as today talking about how much they value the contributions of College of Engineering graduates and would put them up against graduates from an Ivy League school or R1 school any day. Okay, so I'll get back on script. And this spring, we are really happy to announce that we have 76 College of Engineering students graduating. The demand for all of you, engineers, computer scientists, geomatics, and GIS professionals, and project management professionals, is still critically needed, especially here in Alaska. Soon, you will be joining the ranks of our esteemed UAA College of Engineering alumni, an accomplished group of professionals who are applying their talents right here in Alaska and around the world. Our alumni have designed roads and bridges. They've created and led companies. They've built robots, self-driving cars. They've analyzed astronomical data. And one of the noblest professions, they've taught others about the wonders of science and engineering from the university level all the way down to kindergarten. Like our accomplished alumni, I challenge you to also engage and inspire others, to consider that you have the knowledge and skills to affect real change in the world, and that you have the responsibility to uphold the standards of your chosen profession. As a token of our appreciation of your hard work and to mark the occasion, new graduates, hopefully you've already got them, receive a small gift of a College of Engineering alumni keychain. And so these are only for alumni. And so please be sure to pick it up at the table in the back if you haven't already. So to close, for me, I'm truly pleased to share this moment with you and congratulate all of you on your achievements.
I'm pleased to call on our department chairs to read the names of our graduating students. Not all of our graduates are able to be with us today, but in order to honor everyone's hard work, we're going to be reading all of the names. The chairs will note students who are graduating with departmental honors. Graduates, again, please come to the front and stand just to the right of the screen when your department is called, and stay standing. We're going to have photos with the grads of each department. Dr. Hamill, will you please begin with civil engineering?
All right. Start off with the best department. We have a large and excellent group of seniors, and no, I don't say that every year. So if you'll come on up when your name is called: Alex Beaton, Tanner Betts, Blanca Darvizu Serias. You're supposed to come up, guys. Alex. Ben Effinger with honors. Oh, sorry, I missed it. Blanca with honors. Renato Espejo with honors. Ryan Gray. Alexander Heil. Thomas Kemper. Orion Levin Mars with honors. Tuli Lure. Caden Mariner. Joe Pavia Jones with honors. Tessa Sterner. Maya Wall with honors. Tyler Whitney. And then we have three Masters of Science students: Alexander Litvinchuk, Deanne Melgar, and Luna Zhu. Round of applause for our civil engineering graduates. All right, and we are, now I'll turn it over to Dr. Frank Whitmer from Computer Science and Engineering.
Okay, super. Thanks very much, Scott. And I was just reviewing the script here, Scott, and it turns out there was a mistake in the part that you read, but I'm pleased to introduce the best students from the College of Engineering. So we'll be starting out with the Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. I've got John Cooley, Killian Hull, and Lucas Warner. So come on up. And then we've got for the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Victoria Antonchuk, Ethan Brandt with honors, Hunter Brown, Skylar Carmen, McChelsea Dinganja, Shade Dubay, Christian Gordon, Derek Hodgkins, Laura May Imperial, Caden Kane, Austin Klein, Jihei Kwan, Massimo Nikolic, Antonio Pinnell, Malachi Rutherford, Josh Stapera with honors, and Ruby Wright. And then for our third degree here, this is the Bachelor of Science in Computer Systems Engineering. We've got Lars Guzin with honors, Yara Hassan, Ethan Mant, Radimus Mercado Barbosa, Alex Salih, and Zong Shang. All right, let's take a moment to recognize our students. Yeah, next up, I'll turn it over to Dr. Jens Monk from Electrical Engineering.
Thank you, Frank. And it's nice to see some current students and some former students here sitting in the front. So good to see you guys. When Thomas Edison was asked about his many unsuccessful attempts to develop the electric light bulb, he famously replied, "I've not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Progress is rarely along a straight line. I think as engineers, you're starting to figure that out. It's built through persistence, curiosity, and the willingness to keep moving forward even when the path ahead is uncertain. This mindset lies at the very heart of engineering, as you have undoubtedly experienced by now. As we celebrate your achievements today, I encourage each of you to carry this perspective through the next phase of your life. Your time here at UAA is not to be viewed as an ending, but rather as a foundation, one that will support a lifetime of learning, problem solving, and discovery. And so without further ado, let me introduce our 7 graduates, all of whom are here. I'm happy to report. And in looking over this list, I'm really sad that I'm losing so many of my favorite students. And had I known you guys were all going to be leaving me at the same time, I probably would have held you back in a few classes. So please come up when I call your name. So Mr. Anderson, Jeff. Paolo Di Francesco. Blake McCarthy, excuse me. David Wen graduates with honors. And I learned how to pronounce David's last name, I think, yesterday. So I've only had him for 4 classes. Zachary Oshensky. Jacob Roller with honors. And Kyle Patrick Varango with honors. So a round of applause for our graduating seniors. Okay, and I'll turn it over to Dr. Kaisha Wang from Geomatics. Kaisha?
Thank you, Jens. All right, geomatics. So we have graduates this time from 2 programs of geomatics. So the first, I will start with occupational endorsement certificate in GIS. Ken Anderson, when your name is called, please come to the stage. Then we have a graduate from the Bachelor of Science in Geomatics, Lucas Langford. Riley Petty with honors. Lauren Piggott with honors. Let's give them a round of applause. Now I'll turn it over to Raghu for mechanical engineering.
All right, thanks, Keisha. It's good to see all my students like they were taking their finals on Wednesday, so it's good to see you here in 2 days. All right, I would like to invite all of the students from the mechanical engineering program to the stage. Chun Wee Chu, Wen Durius with honors, Will Hink with honors, Cassandra LeBlanc with honors, Ivan Leoncio, Hadi Raja, Ryan Roy, Dade Sanderson, Carl Schubauer, Ryan Roy with honors, Dade Sanderson with honors, Carl Schubauer with honors, Ben Sorensen, Ian Thai, Andrew Warrener, and Josie Warrener with honors. Let's take a moment to congratulate our students. I'd like to call all AME faculty up here for the photos. All right. We not only have the best students, we have the best faculties. Now I'll turn it over to Professor Luan Picard for project management.
Thank you, Raghu. And as they say, we always save the best for last. So here we are. So I'm representing our project management department here, and we're the people that take all the great ideas from the other College of Engineering colleagues and make them reality. So we're delighted to have that. And so this semester, we actually have 7 graduates, and I'm especially proud to say that 4 of our graduates this semester are actually UAA employees. So faculty members from other areas, other disciplines, as well as administrative leaders. So just goes to show that project management is everywhere, and it's foundational to being able to deliver value to the stakeholders that we're serving. So I'm delighted about that. So this semester I also want to say with pride that we just introduced our Bachelor of Science in Project Management program. It got approved last May. We've had our first student cohort that started in fall and in spring, and we're going to actually have our first graduate in fall of next year. So I'm really excited to have a first PM graduate from that program that we just introduced. Yay. Absolutely. Okay, so with that, I'd like to announce our graduates in the MSPM this semester. So Cooper Arend, Alec Blake, Whitney Flores, Kelly Puff, Jacob Shercliffe, and one of our graduate student speakers here today, Kat Warden, who's also one of our administrative leaders here at UAA. But I'd also like to shout out to Alex and Gianni, because you guys took classes in PM for your civil engineering degree, so it's really nice to see you here and to recognize you as well. So I think Kat is the only graduate that's here today. So, and I'm the only faculty member. So I guess the two of us will go to the stage.
All right. Dr. Scott Hamill and Professor David Brock, please join me at the podium to introduce our graduates who have taken and passed the FE and FS exams. Please note, some of our students are still scheduled to take the exam after graduation. After the NCEES honor cords are handed out, Dr. Hamill will announce the winners of the capstone poster competition.
All right. So myself and David Brock are presenting these awards because we are the registered engineers and surveyor in the state of Alaska. And so this is a something that in most engineering disciplines and surveying is really important to your career. And so these students are taking their first step or have taken their first step in passing the fundamentals of engineering exam. So I'm going to read a little bit about it and then we'll pass out the cords. So professional engineering and surveying licensure establishes a high standard of integrity, skill, and practice in the professions of engineering and land surveying to safeguard the life, health, property, and welfare of the public. Engineers and surveyors recognize that this is their primary obligation in the performance of their professional duties. In 1912, A.C. Mulford, a professor of civil engineering and land surveying, identified these as professions for people who believe that a professional is measured by their work and not their purse. The safety of buildings, bridges, roads, and technologies used in our everyday life, as well as the integrity of property boundaries and access rights, depends on licensed professional engineers and surveyors who have successfully demonstrated competence through education, experience, and examination requirements. The Fundamentals of Engineering and Fundamentals of Surveying exams administered by the National Council of Examiners for Engineering and Surveying, or NCWS, are the first step in the process of becoming a licensed professional engineer, PE, or professional land surveyor, PLS. It is designed for recent graduates and students who are close to finishing an undergraduate engineering degree from an EAC or ABET accredited program, or an undergraduate surveying degree from ABET accredited program. Those who successfully pass the fundamentals of engineering or land surveying exams are designated an EIT or engineer in training, or an LSIT, a land surveyor in training. Students who pass the FE or FS before graduation are eligible to receive an NCES honor cord to wear at their graduation ceremony. The following students have earned the designation of EIT. So David's going to call your names, and I'm going to present you. Please come forward, and I will present you with your cord.
Tanner Betts, Blanca D. Arvizu, sorry, Blanca. Ben Effinger, Renato Espejo, Ryan Gray, Alexander Heil, Thomas Kemper, Orion Lavin Mars, Caden Mariner, Joe Pavia Jones, Maya Wall, Paulo Di Francisca, Blake McCarthy, David Nguyen, Jacob Roller, Kyle Patrick Varango, Quill Hink, Dade Sanderson, Josie Warrener, Andrew Warrener, Ben Sorensen.
And we have one student who passed both the FE and FS exam, Tanner Betts. All right, so up next, we have a little competition that we have here in the College of Engineering every semester. And technically it's a design competition. It's the engineering design competition. Some people call it a poster competition, but we're actually trying to judge what is mostly capstone projects. So I have the pleasure of announcing who won, and no one knows this except me. So and there are prizes. So the third place, so I'm going to announce that we have two categories. We have the Judges Award and we have the People's Choice Award. So I'm going to announce third, second, and first place in both of those categories. If you get third place, you get the coveted 3D printed UAA keychain, which comes in both green and gold. Second place, you get the more coveted squishy Lego. Also comes in both green and gold. And finally, first place gets the extremely coveted water jetted aluminum College of Engineering keychain. So I'm not going to hand them all out right now. So if you, after the ceremony's over, come find me and get your gear. Okay, without further ado, first up is the judges category. Third place is the automated DEF storage and transfer system by Justin Tangle, Chunwei Chu, Hadi Raja, and Ace Aquino. Oh. And I should mention that this year we had 22 posters submitted, which is the most ever, from every department. And I will also note that the top two in the judges category was very contentious. There was much disagreement between the judges. So in second place, we have the pre-approved accessory dwelling unit. And that was Tyler Whitney, Tanner Betts, Kyle DiCarlo, Alec Heil, and Ryan Gray, and a fantastic advisor. And in first place, it is, drum roll. Do we get a drum roll? The uniform circular phased array. David Eugen, Jeff Anderson, Paul DeFrancisca, wow, that's hard, and Kyle Varango. So congratulations to all of you. Well done. And then finally, we will move on to the People's Choice Award. So everybody who comes to the event, which was held last Friday, gets to vote once and only once for the People's Choice Award. So, however, this is a ranked choice vote because that's how we operate. And so, you know, you get to vote for first, second, and third. And if your first place choice is out of the running, then you get your second, your vote is moved on to second place, your second choice. So, okay, without further ado, in third place, it is the Bitcoin Double Spend website by Derek. This is by Derek Hodgkins, Caden Kane, Lars Guzin, and Zhong Xiong. And I guess I should have been announcing the departments. This one is computer science. The third place judges was mechanical engineering, second place civil engineering, and first place was electrical engineering. So, second place, again, is the uniform circular phased array. And, drum roll, the first place People's Choice Award is the Kincaid Park water supply improvement. Caden Mariner, Maya Wall, Isaiah Mojan, and Blanca Darvizu. I didn't get the second one on this one. Can't say serious. All right. Now we're going to deviate slightly from the program. I need that. So this is labeled special award. So one of the things that happened at UAA this year, which only happens once every decade or so, is that we were the host of the Pacific Northwest Student Symposium. This is an ASCE conference where a couple of hundred people come from all across the Pacific Northwest and compete in 5 or 6 competitions. It's a really big deal to plan and organize and put it together. And we as faculty decided that we just aren't going to let the students do it because we don't need to do that. So it was completely organized by students, which is how it's done. And like I said, it only happens once every 10 to 15 years. And it's a big reflection of the university, right? There's a lot of students. During the banquet on Saturday night, I asked actually all of the students, how many of you, this is your first time to Alaska? Pretty much everybody in the crowd raised their hands. So it was a really important step and a monumental task for the students that planned it. And most of the schools, so you can think about the other schools in Pacific Northwest, right? There's Oregon State and Washington State and Montana State, and they're all really big schools. And so when they organize the conference, they have like 5 committees who organize the conference. There's a banquet committee and a competition committee and all these different committees. And so here at UAA, we had 3 people. And so 2 of them are graduating. And so I have special awards for these 2 people who organized and put together this conference. And these are medals, which you can wear with your graduation, and you'll have to take a look at them. They're pretty detailed, but they have our civil engineering symbol on them, and they say best host ever, because they were the hosts of the conference. So I would like to call up Maya and Joe. Come on up. Take a picture. And now I will turn it back over to Dr. Jenny Brock.
Thank you, and congratulations, graduates. I commend you all for your accomplishments. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Professor Luann Picard, Professor of Project Management, who will conduct the Order of the Engineer Oath. After Professor Picard tells us a little more about its significance, those of you who will be taking the oath will come to the front and to the right of the stage. And we would also like to invite anyone who is a graduate engineer and who's eligible and wants to take the oath to join us as well. Both the oath and the Pledge of the Computing Professional are on the back of the program and will be displayed on the screen here. They are also on the event page for those watching the live stream.
So thanks for the opportunity to share in this awesome oath of the engineer. I have my ring on and I'm a very proud member of this. So love to enjoy all the people that are planning on taking the oath. Just talk a little bit about the significance of it. So the ceremony represents an opportunity for us to take a pledge and to recall that the professional purpose of engineering involves the pursuit of a learned art in the spirit of public service. By following the acceptance of the obligation, the individual engineer reinforces similar efforts of his or her peers, realizing that in unity there is strength. The obligation is a formal statement of an engineer's responsibilities to the public and to the profession. It is a creed similar to the oath attributed to Hippocrates that is commonly taken by medical graduates and which sets forth an ethical code. The order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of a stainless steel ring on the little finger of your working hand. We will now have all of those who are taking the oath, please come to the front and join us on the stage. All right, everybody all set? Okay, please raise your right hand and recite after me. I am an engineer. In my profession, I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. As an engineer, I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing. Tolerance and respect, and to uphold devotion to the standards and the dignity of my profession. Conscious always that my skill carries with it the obligation to serve humanity. By making the best use of the earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When needed, my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good. In the performance of duty and in fidelity to my profession, I shall give my utmost. Congratulations. I welcome each of you to the Order of the Engineer. Thank you very much. I'd like to turn it back over to Professor Brock.
Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Jordan Jenkins, Assistant Professor of Computer Science and Engineering, who will conduct the Pledge of the Computing Professional.
Thank you. The UAA College of Engineering chapter of the Pledge of the Computing Professional was established in 2019 as the first node in Alaska embodied with the right and privilege to conduct this rite of passage ceremony. Before we ask initiates to obligate themselves to the Pledge of the Computing Professional, we pause to consider the history of and motivation for this organization. In 2007, inspired by the example of the Order of the Engineer, individuals at Ohio Northern University and the University of South Florida created similar organizations for graduates of their respective computing programs. After interest in such an organization grew at other institutions, the Pledge of the Computing Professional was developed by an international team of 17 computing professionals. The organization held its first induction ceremonies in 2011. Through this public rite of passage ceremony, we foster professional pride, moral obligation, and ethical responsibility in all graduates of computing disciplines. The initiates who are present here today will soon take this pledge. After this ceremony, there will be no organizational meetings to attend, nor dues to be paid. However, members of this organization are expected to keep their pledge to uphold and honor their chosen profession. The certificate and lapel pin, a matrix with the word honor encoded in ASCII, that each of our initiates receive will serve as visible reminders of this pledge throughout their professional careers. Now, in the presence of your fellow computing professionals, I invite those of you taking the pledge today to please come to the front. Okay, raise your right hand and recite after me. I am a computing professional. My work as a computing professional affects people's lives, both now and into the future. As a result, I bear moral and ethical responsibilities to society. As a computing professional, I pledge to practice my profession with the highest level of integrity and competence. I shall always use my skills for the public good. I shall be honest about my limitations, continuously seeking to improve my skills through lifelong learning.
lifelong learning.
I shall engage only in honorable and upstanding endeavors. By my actions, I pledge to honor my chosen profession. Congratulations. And now back to Dr. Brock.
Next, we will hear from our student speakers. But first, I'd like to invite Dr. Scott Hamill to introduce Maya Wall. Following Maya, Professor Luann Picard will introduce Catherine Warden. Dr. Hamill.
Okay, last time you have to hear from me. So I have the pleasure of introducing our undergraduate student speaker. This person is someone who everybody knows in the college, it seems, which is, I think, a really important and noble trait of a person, right? When I nominated this person for this occasion, everybody kind of said, "Oh yeah, we know Maya, yeah." And in civil engineering in particular, and all engineering really, but in civil engineering in particular, it's important to not just be good at academics and studying, but also to be able to communicate, right? To be able to express yourself and make people feel comfortable, and communicate and work together in a team with a lot of people. And so the student is, in addition to being good academically, has all those traits, right? And so, so without further ado, I will.
Hey, that was so sweet. Something that he didn't tell you about me is I love being tall, so I do not regret wearing these. And this podium is giving me life. The air up here is different. It's different up here, okay? This is good energy up here. I would first just like to start by saying congrats to the graduates. I'm so proud of us for making it here. I'm so proud of us for just completing our degrees, whether it took us 4, 5, 10 years, I don't know. But, I'm just really proud of us. I'm really proud to be up here today. When I was first starting out, I was just an 18-year-old, just trying to figure out what to do. I gotta get smart somehow. So I went through a lot of different kind of occupations that I could be. I knew I could be nothing like my mom. She's a physician assistant. And girl, I will faint at the sight of blood. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Then I was like, I could be an art major. Right. And then, um, right. But then I realized I want to make money. How are we going to get the money? So after a quick Google search and a BuzzFeed quiz, I'm serious, they told me I should be an engineer. And I was like, Mom, how do we feel? Mom's like, sure, go do it. Perfect. So then my first semester here at UAA, actually, I was taking a physics exam, got the physics exam back, 0. Turns out I did not know how Blackboard worked. So he didn't see it. He didn't see it. That was my start to my engineering career, just straight 0, getting that exam. And since then, I was like, okay, Maya, this is a hard degree. We gotta lock in. We gotta do what we gotta do. So I continued to just kind of lock myself in library study rooms and study by myself and always in a book, just book, face in book, face down, head down. We gotta lock in. I think after that couple semesters, as I moved into my upper division classes where I was starting to get to the actual civil engineering of it all instead of just prereqs and stuff, I feel like something like shifted and like in the air, just in my atmosphere. And I learned that like I didn't have to do all of my stuff alone. And I started meeting new people, meeting friends, joining clubs like American Society of Civil Engineers. And yeah, I was started finding my people. And I feel like through like the last 5 years, started out kind of isolating, just me thinking I had to have all the answers by myself, be smart by myself. I feel like my time in the civil engineering program has actually taught me a lot. And one of those things is that I can do hard things. I feel like completing this degree was a hard thing, and I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of you all for completing it. But most importantly, I feel like what I learned was that I need people. I really do need people to be able to continue in my life, be able to go further in my career and my studies. And luckily, I found those people. And I think this experience taught me to appreciate like the people that you meet along the way, whether it's, you know, Anthony Paris failing you on a statics exam. But I met him and he made me smarter. And I met him and he made me smarter. I met a lot of professors that made me smarter, a lot of like even my friends who I was jealous of and was like, dang, like they really got that on exam. They made me smarter and I actually like became friends with them. And I've just been able to meet truly amazing people and genuinely good people who want to help me throughout this program. And that has been amazing as well. And I'm grateful for this program, for the civil engineering program, because it's really just been a journey with them, but I felt supported. And with just saying that, like, as I look back at my time as like a high school student, not knowing what I wanted to do, and when I look back at that, I'm just proud of her for making the decision, even if it was from a quiz, that to stick with this degree and to stick with it and follow through with something that she was scared of and that she didn't really know about. But I followed through and now I'm here. And I think like to everyone who's on their journey of like figuring it out as we reach our next step from beyond the school, I just hope that, you know, you know that the path will show up as you walk it, and as you walk your journey, people will show up for you like they did me, and I hope they do show up for you and encourage you and support you. And I just want to say that it was worth it for me, and I hope it's worth it for all of you. And I just want to wish everyone good luck to all their endeavors, and thank you. That's it.
Okay. So now I have the privilege of introducing our graduate student speaker today. Before I do that and say a little bit about Catherine Warden, Cat Warden, I also want to just say that we're also very privileged that the undergraduate commencement speaker on Sunday is a accelerated master's student in our MSPM program. So she's completing her undergraduate, but she's about halfway through her graduate studies in project management. And for some of you who might have seen in the newspaper, she's graduating with her communications bachelor's degree at 17. She's UAA's youngest graduate ever, and she and her grandmother are taking the program together. So side by side, so it just shows the power of learning and that they're both pursuing their master's degrees. And so we're very lucky that we have her speaking on Sunday, but we're extremely privileged to have Kat here speaking as the graduate student representative at today's celebration of graduates for the College of Engineering. And a bit about Kat. She's one of the 4 UAA employees, and her job is to actually make research possible for a lot of the faculty members and people around the university. And so she not only does an exceptional job as a student, but a fantastic job as an administrative leader in our organization facilitating the work of our faculty. And so I'd like to just say the name of the title of her capstone project that she completed, because I think it's also significant in that it's all about AI, which is on everybody's mind. And so I want to just recognize her being kind of a pioneering leader in thinking about how to use AI in an ethical and responsible way to help advance research activities here at the university. So the title of her capstone project is Advancing Research Administration Through Generative AI, evaluating structured prompting for compliance workflows. So for all of you that are doing research, her work is going to make a difference in your world to facilitate those activities. So without further ado, I'd like to invite our amazing graduate student speaker and student, Catherine Warden.
Clearly, there are taller people than me up here. All right. I did have an interesting capstone. I wasn't planning on talking about it, but I forget I'm in the College of Engineering and a lot of research happens. When I went to do my capstone, Luann said, do something you're passionate about. And I am passionate about helping research happen. That's why I got into the project management program. And what I really wanted to do was make it easier for us to do research and spend the money the way the government wants us to spend it so we can check all the boxes and keep things coming forward. And one way to do that is through generative AI. Wow, it's a cool thing, but not what I want to talk about. I really am honored to be here and represent the master's program in project management. That program has really made a difference because it's how I think. When I realized that there's a program out there that really laid out how I think, I was like, huh, I'm not alone. In our program, we learn how to take ideas and turn them into action, how to move something from concept to reality. And that's exactly what my journey has been about. But tonight, it's not about one program. It's about all of us. And you may not realize it, but we've been on this journey together. Yeah. This campus, this university, it's held space for us. And not just physically, it's given each of us a place to show up, a place to learn, a place to struggle a little, and to grow. So what is a campus really? It's classrooms, we all know that. It's this beautiful solarium. Buildings, libraries, lots of books, I like books. Coffee, definitely coffee. And maybe a Red Bull or 3, depending upon if it's finals week. You know what I'm talking about. But then there's the in-between. The in-between, the trees, the pathways, the quiet moments walking from one place to another. It's connection. And our campus, our shared space, it's more than longitude and latitude. It's a community. We are a community. And those pathways, walking from building to building, that doesn't just connect those, they connect us. Our journey brought all of us together here today. Let's not overlook that. But what does that mean now that the journey has brought us here? We're not done. The pathway doesn't end here, it expands. It opens into something bigger, and that's where leadership comes in. I'm passionate about leadership because it's not something we took in class. It's not a title that we were handed. It's how we show up, how you show up. It's the moments that no one is grading. It's when you sit with a classmate who just needs someone to listen. I know I've been there. It's when you step in because something needs to get done. That's project management, but that's all of us. And it's the right thing to do. Leadership is listening. Leadership is action. It's doing the right thing, even when no one's listening or asking you to. It's already in us. It's been there the whole time. And as we step forward into our new roles, our new teams, our new communities, don't leave that behind. Keep showing up. Keep listening. Keep doing the right thing because it's the right thing. And here's the challenge. Don't just walk the path, build it. We're engineers, or you guys are. You guys are engineers. Expand what the community has been for you. Carry it forward. Create spaces where others feel seen, supported, connected, because the journey doesn't end here. This is just where we step into a bigger path together. So congratulations, class of 2026. Let's go build what's next. Woo, we can do it.
Thank you, Maya and Catherine. Now, we are thrilled to induct the newest members of the College of Engineering Alumni Hall of Fame. Dean Mock, please come to the podium.
All right. So Maya and Kat, you set the stage perfectly for this next section. We're super proud of both of you, and your stories are illustrative of what we've called the arc of the engineer. And by engineer, I mean all of the programs offered here in the College of Engineering, from undergraduate to graduate, and now going on to alumni and working professionals, and continuing all the way to what's coming up next, the inductees for the Alumni Hall of Fame. So I am pleased to honor these UAA College of Engineering outstanding alumni who have made a significant difference as graduates of the College of Engineering with their induction to the Alumni Hall of Fame. The criteria for induction reads, induction into the UAA College of Engineering Alumni Hall of Fame honors the outstanding accomplishments and contributions of our graduates. Inductees bring honor to the college by distinguishing themselves through their pursuit of excellence in engineering, project management, computer science, or geomatics in their leadership and professional achievements, and their history and connection to the college. Our illustrious past recipients include Sam Tito, Mike Fierro, Ann Brooks, Linda Barber-Wiltsey, Melissa Branch, Nicole Knox, Chris Terlides, Dr. Michelle Yachmaneff, and Steve Buchanan. Those of you who are here with us today, please stand. And I know there's at least one of you. There's a couple of you. All right. Thank you. So now I would like to introduce this year's chair of the Alumni Hall of Fame Selection Committee, Melissa Branch, to introduce the 2026 inductees.
I had to put my old lady glasses on, sorry. Thank you, Dr. Mock. Today, it's my honor to introduce you to our two Alumni Hall of Fame inductees, Tim Menard and Dan Hart. So I get to introduce them one at a time. So starting with Tim. Our first inductee is Tim Menard, founder and chief executive officer of LYT. As such, he's led the deployment of 100% software-based intelligent traffic software solutions across major US cities, including Boston, San Jose, Seattle, TriMet, which is the Portland area, and LA Metro. His transit signal priority system has revolutionized the industry, providing faster and more reliable mass transit with little to no disruption to automotive traffic. The company's technology, utilizing machine learning and AI, delivered quantifiable results over the last 3 years, including achieving 154% faster response times for the fire departments, reducing over 100 hours of red light wait time, removing 7,294 metric tons of CO2 production, and saving millions of dollars in municipal fuel usage, vehicle fuel usage. This, along with generating 3 patents, winning $1.675 million in National Science Foundation grants, and ranking on the Inc. 5000's list of fastest growing private companies in the United States. His work has been so successful that his firm has been selected to manage transit during the 2028 LA Summer Olympics. All from the humble roots of this university and this amazing college. His nominator and friend, Scott McClure, wrote one of the most thoughtful and thorough recommendations I have ever read. Through Scott, we get a glimpse of the man behind the machine, someone warm, humble, and dedicated, a man who has stayed true to himself and his engineering passion to find solutions to real problems to better our world in the midst of building a company in the Silicon Valley. It speaks to Tim's engineering mind that he continues to work to improve upon what he helped create versus resting on his laurels. As Scott's nomination letter states, Tim's journey offers a compelling example of what can begin here at UAA while the story is still being written. We are so pleased to celebrate Timothy Menard today and induct him into the College of Engineering Alumni Hall of Fame. So it's my pleasure to invite you forward and to have Dean Mock join me. All right, we could take photos.
It is good up here. You know, I'm super excited to be up here. I'm really honored today. And I've accomplished a lot, but I'm super excited by what this school's been doing and very excited by that. So thank God I wrote a script or we'd go off the rails and I'd be up here till midnight. And with that, let's get going. So like I said, I'm super excited. I'm filled with a lot of emotion. I'm actually wearing I've learned earlier, the Legacy Edition of the UAA hoodie. This fine example of 2007 is what I ordered the moment I got my acceptance letter to school. I didn't know I was going to do all these things when I came here. I just knew the school would change my life and it's going to change yours too. And so with that, I am so excited to be inducted. Thank you to the College of Engineering, the Hall of Fame here at the University of Alaska Anchorage. Because this means a lot to me because I know that I would not have had the same access to opportunities at any other university. And I tell people this every opportunity I get. So today I give thanks to all those who have helped me along the way because I might be being recognized, but there's a lot more behind all of this and no one does it alone. And so with that, I would like to most notably thank the following professors, the present ones that are here and some past ones, starting off with the man, the legend, Jens. For those of you who had the privilege to we didn't have to say it, but the winning team. Todd Peterson's still kicking, and if anybody's seen him, I can't find him. I'm looking. And some past professors, Larry Foster, Jeffrey Miller, John Lunn, and respectfully, Joe Mixel. It is not just the professors here, but the organizations at this university as well. And so I'd like to also give thanks to USUAA, the student government here. This might sound funny, but the Student Union Information Desk, which I actually did work at and was actually a huge support in pushing some of the early ideas and technology I had forward. Past Vice Chancellor, Dr. Bruce Schultz, and Dr. Helena Wisniewski, who really leads up the university's leadership and innovation here.
in which I would not have my patents today if it wasn't for this school making the investment into their students to proceed. And so the first one, I'm super happy. I've been back to the school several times here. And the investment made into everybody here really goes far. So like I said, the very short version about how I got to now did start right here at this university. And to set the mood, because I realized some of you were 6 when I graduated, we're gonna have some fun. So in 2008, what you guys know, iPhone 13 3G dropped. It's important. And the reason why it's important is because until then, navigation was not on a cell phone. Neither was the App Store. The App Store was super new. So for context, Google Maps on a phone was a foreign concept that just dropped right then and there. That's kind of how recent, that's how fast technology is moving in 2008. Because when I drove here that year, I did it on printed directions from Chicago to here. Now, the good news is, it's kind of 3 highways. It was just go 1,000 miles, make a left, make another 1,000, make a left. If you're in Fairbanks, you're at the wrong school. So what was really unique and that I can really pinpoint here to the school is that US UAA, I pointed out too, is that in a conversation about, oh, wow, we can see traffic and everything. Wouldn't it be cool if we also knew what roads were plowed? Because it's May and there's still snow out here, so we know something about 9 months of unplowed roads, and that's a huge safety concern. And so pitched the idea in 2009 to Dr. Jeffrey Miller, and just like that, my life was changed forever. Upon hearing the idea, he offered me the position of research assistant with the opportunity to write research papers and travel to conferences. So of course, 20-year-old me was like, bro, you're gonna pay me and we're gonna travel? And so with that, as they say, the rest is history. My first conference presentation resulted in a job offer from Toyota Research Lab, which is what took me to Silicon Valley. That led me to my graduate school experience, where I left to pursue a full-time role at Tesla that ultimately motivated me to start the company. But that's enough about me. I want to talk about you. Because, like we've heard from our other speakers today, you are no longer a student. You are now Sunday. You will become alumni. Except for those of you who are graduating with masters, you're already in that club. So, for 4 years, you were UAA, but now you will forever represent UAA. And in your time here, you develop the educational and social skills necessary for success. So please celebrate today, celebrate Sunday, celebrate every day, as you have completed a transformation that cannot be returned. You are more than a college graduate. You are a person that has demonstrated the ability to accomplish anything you set your mind to. Why do you think your education was broken down into 2 semesters over 4 years? To tie this all back together, what I'm saying here is that over the last 14 years, I've learned that achieving anything is possible. If you can visualize the destination with as much detail as possible, then break it down as many small tasks as possible, organize them to the best of your abilities, and just get started. It's the most important part. Ideas are a dime a dozen. It's what you start. Did that sink in? Think about what you want to do. So, because 10 years ago, I started a company on a vision that I can fix traffic by getting trip information from every vehicle so we can all spend less time at red lights. And can you imagine that reducing your travel time, your trip time, every trip you take by 40%? Because I can. And so to systematically solve an extremely complex problem, it was broken down into its components. And that is how the company found success. In first, helping core city services like emergency services, police, fire. As we can agree, every second matters when your life depends on it. So please, get out there and make your mark. Believe in yourself. Bet on yourself. It's the best bet you can take. And I will look forward to seeing you inducted next to me. So, class of 2006, I congratulate you. You should be proud of what you've started and what you're going to do, because you are the future. Thank you.
Pull the mic down. Short people. Our second inductee is Dan Hart, General Manager of Siemens Industry across Alaska and Hawaii. In this capacity, he leads an engineering and service organization overseeing business performance, customer delivery, and workforce development across geographically complex and operationally critical markets. Dan navigated the company through the uncharted waters of the pandemic, emphasizing employee health and safety while allowing essential workers to deliver reliable service to Alaskans through the uncertainty. He's come out the other side, strengthening operational systems and improving efficiency. Dan's gone from intern to general manager in a single organization, which is a huge deal. It reflects not only his technical expertise, but sustained excellence in leadership, execution, and impact. Dan's engineering contributions are both broad in scope and significant in impact. He has played a key role in the delivery, commissioning, and long-term performance of major infrastructure projects across Alaska, including healthcare expansions, correctional facilities, public safety infrastructure, and university buildings. In addition, Dan is an active volunteer in our community and with this university. He serves on the UAA Alumni Association Board and the College of Engineering Mechanical Engineering Advisory Board. Dan is steadfast, determined, and humble. In his role with the Alumni Association, he put my sister and I at ease at the UAA homecoming luncheon last fall, and then knocked our socks off by memorizing our introductions. He deflected attention from himself after that and instead sang the praises of his team, highlighting them and their accomplishments. You can see how much he is valued by his people when they interact with him. Not only does he serve on boards, but he continues to pay forward what UAA helped give him, connecting students to industry through mentoring and employment. Like Tim, Dan bears the weight of his title, but doesn't rest in it. He uses it as a tool to accomplish goals. Combined with his engineering spirit, it has helped him build not only his company, but this community. As Raghu Srinivasan's nomination states, Dan's journey from UAA student to regional leader embodies the transformative potential of a UAA engineering education. Please help me congratulate Dan as we induct him into the UAA College of Engineering Alumni Hall of Fame. All right.
So Melissa, I got to tell you, if you want to see a guy's imposter syndrome, just go through the roof. I mean, do that. Hey, I wanted to thank everyone, especially everyone involved in the nomination. It's incredible to get the recognition. Getting my engineering degree at UAA was a start to a career that I really didn't imagine and didn't expect. And also while I'm extremely appreciative, and eager to celebrate it, this event really is more about the graduates. So I've prepared a couple of what I would say thoughts. I'm no profound speaker, so I would take these things for consideration only. And it was interesting because Maya and Catherine, I sort of feel like if you were procrastinating like me and preparing your notes during your morning coffee, we must have had like a melding of the consciousness or something. So I'll give you my couple of thoughts here. So the first one's in regard to the changes we're living through. Shifts in global powers, political upheaval, and perhaps probably most notable is the public introduction of AI. I think that's pretty notable for the engineering students here. I'm sure you're all thinking about it quite a lot. It feels so profound because we're living through it, but it's not unprecedented. In the last 100 years, humanity's endured 2 world wars. We saw the rise of the internet, mobile phones, and personal computers. We experienced a worldwide transportation revolution. I mean, Amy and I just traveled and went several thousand miles in 20 hours, which would have taken months, not that long ago. And medical science has improved the human lifespan by something like 40 years, over 100 years. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. What we're living through is amazing, but it's not unique. That's the point I'm trying to make here. And you need to start thinking about what's next. Maybe quantum computing, for example. Not talked about as much as AI right now, but probably a lot more impactful. Imagine computers that can process a specific task 10 to 50,000 times faster than today. We could simulate and forecast the worldwide weather perfectly months out. No more surprise storms or unseen damage. We would know what was coming, right? That's not all that far out, and it's really the next step and probably what you all have to start thinking about. So where do you fit in it, right? If you think about it, we're really organic chaos machines. Our value is imagination and creativity. I would say don't reject what is coming. What we're living through is a productivity revolution. But also don't give up what makes you special and why we need human engineers. Our job is to imagine and create, and AI is a new tool. It's not your replacement. So that's thought number one. My second thought really relates to the last, when I mentioned we're organic machines. And Maya, I think you kind of said this. We need each other, right? Your success is really dependent on the people around you. Mine was. As engineers, we're more analytical people. We need to remind ourselves that everything within our global society happens through people. The challenges of my career have not been technical problems like you might expect. That was really the easy part. The challenging part was people, agreement, consensus, engagement, and support. That was really what was hard. You can't get anything meaningful done without those things, and especially with support. At the core of my support was my wife, Amy, who has endured me for 23 years. Expanding to my family, lifelong friends, amazing coworkers, and a community of people like everyone here at the university. So my ask in the second topic is to consider expanding your community. I'm not saying to become an extrovert. I'm an introvert, so the thought of that is terrifying. But remember that you can't get to where you want to go and you can't get what you want to get done without people. You have a new opportunity starting on Sunday to become part of the alumni community. This is a unique connection, and you don't know what opportunity will present themselves until they do. So don't let the community of people pass you by. Engage and be at the right place at the right time. That time, by the way, is on Sunday when you're gathered in the room before you go out to commencement. I'll be there with some of my alumni colleagues, and we'll invite you to the first alumni engagement. And it's your first opportunity to start expanding your community and engaging. And that's it. That's what I have. I wanted to say congratulations to everyone, and I hope you all celebrate and have a lot of fun. And for those of you at commencement, I'll see you on Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim and Dan. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the College of Engineering, thank you all for joining us at this special celebration today. At this time, graduates, go to the stairs so that we can take your photo. Before you do anything else, we'd also like to invite everyone to please stay for cupcakes and other refreshments. Congratulations!